Alrighty, let's try it now. Let's just see here. Hold on. Oh boy. There we go. Camera's a bit. This is what we're gonna do. Just everybody come over.
Move over.
Yeah, I'll move over a bit. That way I don't have to change the camera.
Okay.
Hey guys, Ryan Ricky here. Ryan, and hold on. Take your glasses off when I call you by your real name. Take your glasses off and do your eyes.
I won't take them
I
off.
want to see your eyes when I call you Bobo. Bobo. You always knew you were my hero.
My name is.
You know what? I'm gonna see.
Ricky, wait. Formerly known as Ricky 7.
Now you're Bobo.
No, I'm Bobo. I want to just say hi. How are you?
Eminem was right. These drugs really got a hold of me. Anyways, if we are on, let me know. We adjusted the whole system, so we're hoping that the system is working. I only needed one sock, but you brought me two.
For the show.
And now my knees all bummed out. What wrong?
And tonight,
Here, see if you can get this one on.
Today and the next few days we worship.
We worship. We're on YouTube.
Yeah,
we're on YouTube.
We worship.
Thanks.
The York air conditioning.
No, I don't.
system.
This one's okay.
We worship the York air conditioning system. It's working beautifully at this time, and that is our savior. Our savior at this time.
We're barking at Stinky.
And right now, folks, it's heavy duty respiratory sign because the humidity, and if you don't have your lofts properly aerated, like your pigeon should be sitting in a tree right now to feel good, not in a loft. You know what I'm saying? And even sitting in a tree, it's not good for them.
You know, we talk about this respiratory, right? You see our backyard, which you people can't see, but it's a nice little size. I mean, it's, you know what? It's bigger than most people's backyards. At a lot of people. Hold on. And we got this forest of trees, and the trees come right up to the back of the pigeon loft. But it's not trees. It's trees, bush, grass. It's thick. It's like walking into
It's like jungle.
jungle. But it's jungle. It's jungle all four sides of the property.
Yeah.
Okay. The lofts have very good ventilation.
Wide open, yeah.
Right? The roofs breathe, the front breathes. Okay, it's great. We can have real heavy windstorms. Like we're talking 20-kilometer winds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or 10-mile-an-hour winds. A windy day.
Good wind.
Where you would go out into a field or onto a golf course and you would say on the golf, man, is that windy?
Or you look up in the treetops and the wind's just going like crazy, right?
In here, because of where we live, there's no wind.
We're almost like in a shelter.
And I'll tell you, you can see it in the respiratory. You can see the loft can't breathe the same way. You see it.
Yeah, I got a couple respiratory. I had one of the youngsters out of my top-notch hen this year. She brought in to me $3,800. That was her youngster, and I've been actually training it quite well. And then it was going like. I thought, oh shit. Been trained out to 100 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And then I recovered it. I had a couple ingredients that I put in, and I've seen some birds that get that problem. You can't treat them with anything. You can't get rid of it. This bird here is gone. This bird was.
Wait, hold on.
Its beak was going like.
Mark the number down.
You want the number?
Well, yeah, I'll mark it down. By the end of the year,
mm-hmm.
It won't be here.
Well, 100%. But I had some, every pigeon man has that little bit of sympathy in him, and I just didn't want to kill it.
Do you think?
I know told you. I sorry. This is a true confession.
Oh,
I tried to treat the thing, and it actually worked.
Do you think?
What?
Has sympathy paid off?
Never paid off, Ryan. Never.
It's not.
But I
So
said,
you're gonna start it now?
its mother made $3,600 for me last year.
Oh,
She brought me in, so that's good. So let's get back to the other thing. People, please, if you have pains and your body's paining and you're taking drugs to get rid of your pains, lock them up. I would put it in a cage because the things go in the wrong places at the wrong time.
Or just take, if you're going to go upstairs, take it out for a little.
Upstairs and
Take a little bit.
Because you take somebody like I'm just going to say something. This big Andy fella.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm going to bring this up and let's get this over.
Can I ask you a question? I want to ask you, and this isn't my question.
You know I don't have to answer it.
You don't have to. What is our point? Listen, every time that we give our opinion on somebody, we could say anybody on Hulk Hogan, Big Andy, Donald Trump, the Pope. Wait, it always turns around in the pigeon world as you're being negative, you're being too hard, you're being so. Can I ask you a question? Whatever you're about to say about Big Andy.
Sorry.
Hold on. His daughter, Eliza, Yusi, right? Bugaboo, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. No, she's his girl.
Baba.
She's your girl.
Booby.
She's your girl.
She's my girl, booby.
Now hold on.
Bubby.
Why do we want to go down this guy's road? Why?
Because I feel that the right, and I think Pigeon Man should be told what's going on. This big Andy fella, he had threatened Ryan's life if Ryan happened to come on the property, which is a pretty large statement. So we had a stray bird come in here from their loft, and they sent that Elijah, or whatever her name is, and she called me.
Hold on. Don't give them misinformation. Two young women showed up. Hold on.
I want to tell them.
But you're saying Eliza showed up.
No,
I wasn't in.
Two women,
hold on.
two guys, a black guy, which was her husband.
Wait,
another guy was.
I don't even know if Eliza showed up.
We don't even know.
They couldn't produce identification
because these birds are in a multi-thousand-dollar race. So we need identification. Wouldn't you like that, guys? We don't want to give the bird to somebody like, you know what I mean. So, anyways, they couldn't produce it.
Why? Why did we not want to give them the bird?
Because you know what? They couldn't produce the identification.
Because when the four people got out of the car, two of the women said they were both Eliza.
Right.
And I said, "Who's Eliza? Can I see your identification?" Okay. And when they couldn't do it,
right.
That's when, guess what?
Right.
So these drugs really got a hold of me.
Let me get back onto it.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
this has nothing to do with pigeon racing.
Okay, no, it does, because the people are involved in that one loft race. They're involved in this, and people should know. This man put out a statement saying that if Ryan was ever found on his property, he wouldn't leave alive. Okay. Now, they didn't want to show identification when they picked the bird up. That's our criteria. That's what we want. We have the right to ask for that. Okay.
I have a comment.
Okay.
Can I make this? comment?
Comment?
Anthony, we're going to start in first week of October. Our first 3 auctions have no importing fee. No importing fee, and the pigeons are in North America. Listen to what I just said. No importing fee, and the birds are in North America and ready to be shipped. First week of October, that's when it'll start. Go ahead.
So, anyways, what Ryan said, that kind of threat is not, it's not acceptable. So, York Regional Police was involved. York Regional Police actually consulted this Big Andy guy, and he didn't deny what he said. But he had to tell them that he was also wheelchair paraplegic kind of guy. And like, first of all, I don't really give a shit what you are, man. But don't make that statement. Okay? That's a very bad statement.
What's the statement that he made that was so bad?
Well, that you wouldn't leave the property. You know exactly what. So anyways, so what I'm saying is,
how funny was it though? Hold on, I just want to stop you.
you want to run the show?
No, how funny was it though when the police said this, and then the police said he did say he's a paraplegic in a wheelchair. Hold on, and the cops laughed about it. They laughed. They laughed.
So,
But I'm still scared.
but he still makes good shawarmas and shavaki and everything else. When the guys come over, he just like, feel sorry for me. I'm still doing it. So what I'm saying is, I'm sure he has pains in his body, pains and all this. This guy, but leave your drug cabinet locked because it sure shows it. You know what I mean? It sure shows it, man. So that's one thing. Just to let you folks know, this is what went on, and not that this is a true story right now. Okay?
But you want to know the sad part, and this has nothing to do with pigeons. This is a sad part.
Paraplegic.
This is a sad.
To kill people. Can you imagine
But
that?
can you imagine that the police?
And then the other thing, the other thing the policeman said to us was, this Andy guy, he asked the policeman to tell us, please don't expose his one loft race on our show. Really? We'll say what we want, and especially if it's true, it's even better. And you guys going to hear it. So this guy said to the police, tell them, this Andy fella, not to expose his one loft race on our show anymore. Hey, wait a minute, bud. We have the right, and I told the policeman, I have the right in this country to say what I feel. And when it's true, the truth hurts. So, you know what I mean. Sorry, folks.
Hold on. What are the best vaccines to give? Anthony's going to ask this question. Anthony, what are the best vaccines to give? Okay, you want a PNV, you want PNV Rhoda, whatever area you're in. If the guys in your area are vaccinating with pox vaccine, you want to give that. I'm going to say
I think pox is the one.
Is the number one. Now, all the other ones, they're big, great. But if you're ruthless and you don't care and you say, I won't vaccinate with anything else, I won't vaccinate, I don't vaccinate. If they get head twisting, they get this, they get that, I kill them.
I haven't vaccinated one bird this year, honest to God.
I know.
And I've had no trouble. I've had no pox yet.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The pox vaccine, the pox, if you don't vaccinate, when the birds go on the truck,
and somebody has vaccinated,
and they spend 24 hours or 12 hours or 14 hours on that truck in those crates, you will get it. So I would say one of the number one is your pox, your PNV Rhoda and pox. Now, you can vaccinate them until the cows come home. There's guys like Chris DeBecker. He vaccinate 3-4 times. Okay? He does that one. He does that one. He does that one. He does that one. Okay? They're professionals. They do it. They do the pox as well. They do it. There's nothing wrong with this. It does not mean because you vaccinate that it works. So remember that.
Why are they doing it?
Well, it's like you vaccinate, you hit them in the wrong, you hit it the wrong spot. It doesn't take. It doesn't. It's like everything in life.
You know, I'm kind of a guy that's a little different here. Like it's like the guy that says I scrape 3 times a day, I blow torch every day, and then the other guy who's flying exactly the same level
But
in the rank, and he does 0. So is the guy doing all that? Is he kind of maybe when he's house cleaning, he doesn't have a chance to really watch his bird? But although he's a really good flyer, I don't know. I don't clean at all. Everybody knows that. Dry litter, and that's it. If you get sick in my loft, you just freaking die.
Okay.
Except for I'm a hypocrite. That bird there had to rattle, and I felt sorry. I'd already trained it out to 100 miles. It got it. I don't know what happened. I said, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. If it doesn't come out of you, you're done.
Hey, it was funny. It was funny.
I've done.
You know Lars?
Mhm.
You know Lars?
Yeah, I know him very well.
You went to his house. You've been there a few times. You went over for dinner.
To his house.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
He had respiratory, like
Yeah.
or a wet eye.
Yeah.
He never used yellow drops to cure it till I told him.
Mhm.
Now he used it. He said, "Shit, it worked." The other day you had one with a bit of a gurgle or something. You said you said out there, and you hit it with just 2 drops of yellow drops. She worked.
I did it 2 days in a row,
and it cleared it right up.
Cleaned it right up. But I've tried it with other birds. Holy jumping! You can treat that thing for 4 months, for 2 years. It won't come out. So I don't know what. I was so surprised that this bird picked this up because I already had trained it to 100 miles.
I'm going to tell a real nice story. I always like to advertise for people. I went to an auction when I was about 23 years old, 24. And it was a Tony Elvis. You know, Tony Elvis, Mike Gannis, partner. Auction.
Tony Elvis was nowadays shit down your throat.
We call
formerly known as Tony Elvis. Okay.
He's known as Shitty.
No, nowadays it's shit down your throat.
Okay, but hold on.
Formerly known as Tony Elvis. Okay,
that so was hold on. Before. So hold on. So his good friend Bob Bunn, we were in the auction. There was a nice cock there, real nice
blue bar cock.
Yep. And Bob bought the pigeon for me as a gift. I was helping out. I didn't know it. He bought it for me. Real nice. He was a 10, that pigeon.
He was a 10.
He ended up, we brought the bird home. The bird, the first season, bred, very nice. Good pigeons right off the start. And we sent one of the pigeons to Jim McGinnis's EIEIO race. And what I mean by that is throwing tennis balls on the roof to get them in. I call that EIEIO. When you have to throw tennis balls on a roof to get pigeons to come in,
you gotta.
Hey, Jimmy, 40 birds in a crate. EIEIO. Anyways,
you got to walk up the back part of the loft.
We had, going into that final race, the 7th best pigeon in the race. From this exact cock from Tony Elvis, also known as Shitty. This was the first year we bred the cock. Being honest, middle of the summer. Middle of the summer, while the young bird's racing, the cock bird produces the rattle. He had the rattle. He started to get this bad rattle.
The youngster that came from the
Hold on. I want to get into it. The cock had a rattle. Cough, cough, cough. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Still looked beautiful, but he had it pretty damn bad. We didn't like it. Anyways, I went to the final race with Jim. We bet the bird across the bird, put him in the $1,000 pool. He didn't have it. The bird missed. I hate to say it. Jim closed the $1,000 pool the next day, so the bird missed it. It was a smash race.
Right.
It was the first bird to come in the $1,000 category, but Jim wouldn't give me that money. It's all right, Jimmy. We got the bird back from Jim's. What do they always say? Like father, like son.
That cockbird, I ended up knocking him off.
Yeah, the cockbird was gurgling and coughing. The baby was gurgling and coughing.
I said, I can't believe this pigeon flew 300 miles with that kind of a rattle.
No, he didn't have it going to the race. But once the pigeon was loaded on stress, it was done. And the father, what did we do with him?
I ended up knocking him off. I said, I just can't keep this thing.
Well, why? Can I ask you a question? Why play with a pigeon that you gotta continuously.
That's right. Yeah.
Uh,
So, anyways, Big Andy got a little bit of a break
hold,
there.
hold on. We'll get back to Andy. Andy, as Eminem said, these drugs really got a hold of me. We'll come back to you. You just sit there and wait. Sit there and wait, eh? And by the way, turn up the kettle. She's gonna boil, eh? A little bit longer, a little boil. Anthony Iglesias says the yellow drops work well. Yellow drops work well. Here's a little tip. The yellow drops you're buying in the United States, they're not the real yellow drops. They have they have to come from the right place in Belgium to get the real yellow drops. They have to have the right. It's a percentage. Me and Lars talk about this. It's the correct percentage to kill the canker.
I think it's iodine in it.
Well,
And the iodine here in this country, you can't. If you want to buy iodine here, they give it to you. Say, yeah, this is iodine. It's like 10%. Like, I want 100% iodine, and they don't give it. I think because it's dangerous, right? If you over iodine, if you're using it internally, you can hurt someone. You know what I mean?
the best ones you can get in Belgium. You got to watch where you're going. I don't know if I go with the Herbots ones. I know me and Lars, we talk about it. We know the best ones to get. You get it in a. You got to get it from Belgium. It's got to have. I think it's 5%. It has to say 5%.
5% what?
I can't tell you what the 5% is, but it has to say 5%. If you get the one that's 2%, it's not the same. And some people say the koi stuff is the right. No, it's 2%. You have to get the 5%. It works great. It works great in the mouth. It works great in the nose. It works great if you're going to put it on the feed. Now, to put it on the feed, those little bottles don't work for it because you'll go broke doing it. But in Belgium, they use the big, large bottles because they know exactly the one to get. When I am back in Belgium, I will. If you want to order it, let me know. You can pay for the shipping. You can pay for the product, and I'm going to charge $50
On top.
I'm going to charge it because you want to know why?
Hey,
You know my vet. You know what my vet said for the cats? Just to go say hi to them.
I'll tell you something.
300
If you don't want
bucks.
to pay the $50 transport or get a little bit extra money, get in your car and drive to Belgium, man. Just
No.
put on a boat and go, man.
The Seagulls ones, nah, I don't think so. They're getting the ones from Herbots. The ones that Herbot sells at the shows, they don't have the high percentage. They have the 2%. So the 2%, you want the 5%. So what I'm saying to you is the ones that hurt. See, at all pigeon shows in Europe, you can't go and buy drugs. You can't go and say I'm gonna go buy that vaccine and canker pills and this. It's all natural shit. So they can't have the strongest of what you want. You want the DeWeer product. They can't sell it. They just don't sell it.
But if you want to buy it, you can buy from.
You have to you have to buy certain products privately, the high performance stuff. But at the pigeon shows, you're going to get a lot of the natural products. Jeff Henderson from Australia. I have to say hi to Jeff. I hope your eye's doing better. He's coming on the Pigeon Boss tour there November the 3rd. He's coming with his friend from Australia. Actually, we've been kind of putting it together. I've been talking about it to where we're going to go. It's going to be fun. We're going to go see the Choof Brewery. That's going to be on there. I think it's going to be a good time. And you're going to stay at my place, so that'll be better than a hotel, is what I say. But David Tracy, nice to see you on. Oh, for people wondering, I was going to be shipping out tomorrow the auction birds. I was going to ship them out
To what?
to United States.
Yeah.
But when we are in Canadian, for Canadian people, between 30 and 35, And in America, what's that?
Degrees.
90,
105 degrees.
90 to 105 degrees. I'm not going to put pigeons that range from $700 to $5,000.
Yeah, we don't.
We're not doing
We
it.
don't care if the pigeon was worth zero.
Yeah.
We're not shipping that. And if you're going to ship from here to California, that could take 3 or 4 days. Put that pigeon in
Hey,
the crate. It's gonna cook.
I want to say something. I had somebody that was supposed to come and pick up pigeons,
Mhm.
and the pigeons had to stay in a widowhood basket. They were in the shade.
Mhm.
They're in the garage, like they're in our, well, not sitting in the sun.
They're in our warehouse. In
Yeah.
our warehouse.
Yeah, garage, warehouse.
I call it a warehouse. Right. It is a warehouse.
I had to pick up some pigeons, and out of their group, 5 dead. And we had conditions were in the same. Now, why does it happen?
And
Why?
why? Because the heat, pigeon's body temperature is 107 degrees. He goes into a wooden widowhood crate, and the outside temperature is 95 or 100 degrees or 35 degrees Celsius. Things get a little bit hot.
5 birds perished. Now,
So forget about sending them by post.
and here's the
In the
best thing.
States, they used to do it by air, but they're not doing it now anymore.
Well, but here's the problem. We got to drive to the U.S. That is, let's just say, from the time you leave your place at 6 in the morning to the vet, there's 4 hours of sun baking down on your vehicle. Trailer, if you're in a trailer, she's double hot. If the pickup truck is they're in the back, it's still hot. There's no way around it. So the best thing is
Wait a bit till things cool down.
just be a bit patient, eh?
I know Dominic, the fantail man.
I gotta make a
He's
drink.
champion fantail
Don't
flyer
move like that, eh?
and world known.
Renowned.
He
Renowned.
he goes to judge shows in Germany. They pay him to go. And he was telling me about a situation. He took the birds. He was going to a show in Indiana, and it was in the summer. And he went with another fella. They had a station wagon with air conditioning, and he had 2 levels of crates in the back, stacked 2 levels. They had the air conditioner on. It was nice and cool, right? Driving. Summertime heat. Can you close that door, please? And he said when they got to where they were going, the birds on the bottom level were all stone dead. And that's in a vehicle with air conditioning. So if you're talking about post in the States, see, in Canada, we can send birds by WestJet or Air Canada. We can send them right out to BC, which is what, 2,500 miles, 3,000 miles. They go, they're over there, they're back, they're over there in 3 or 4 hours. Boom, they're in. Boom, they're in air conditioning. But in the States now, they're all by post. So you gotta go by post from Buffalo all the way to California. They take it from Buffalo. Maybe they drop it in Chicago. Sits a night. They drive to wherever.
Here's
sits a day. Then they go across.
Here's the problem. It's the post office. Let's say the post office, and let's say that the warehouse they're in is air conditioning. Let's lie and say it. Let's lie. Let's lie. It's the trucks that they go in to haul them. That's where they get buried.
The people that Dominic said he could not believe it. They're in an air conditioned station wagon. The birds on the bottom level died.
Hold on, we got questions here.
Like they went, oh, they're going to a show, right? Pull off the top ones.
Yeah, look.
Holy shit, they're all dead.
Look at what Blitz says. Spring Hill today, 96 degrees, feels like 111. Hey, You want me to tell you something? I want to get you these birds. These birds are in the loft right now. It's hotter than, there's no stress under them. They got all the water they want. They got all the feed. They're calm. We're better. We're better to let them sit until it's cool and send them.
Tell them the story when you went. You took your mother with you to Arizona, was it? And you went in a hotel.
No,
And they had a swimming pool. And she come out of the swimming pool and she walked.
look what we're getting. Ingram. Orrin Ingram.
Right.
He just said it's going to be too hot tomorrow. Don't send the birds.
He just said
hold
that
on.
to you?
There's $60,000 in pigeons shipped. Don't send them. He's saying it.
Yeah.
Common sense. Now, guys, hold on.
You know damn well if we got to send 50 birds, I think it's close to 50, to the States, you know damn well out of 50 birds, there's got to be 5 or 10 are going to get cooked if we send them now. And that's what we're not going to do. Better wait, be patient. You're better off to get them in the end of September when the temperatures start to drop.
Yeah.
Drop down
Once
a
you
bit.
get that cool front, then you send them. And here's the other thing. It's just making it easier for your birds. And guys, I know you think about it. Some of you have waited since November. It's okay. Just a little bit more time. You'll be fine. What fanciers will you bring in October? Well, I promise you, they'll be the highest quality, big dollar pigeons. TC Lofts, what do you put in the bath water to give them a bath the day before shipping? All right, if you're giving them a bath the day before shipping, listen to what I say here now. No wormers in the water. No salt in the water.
What are they talking about?
No bath salts in the water.
Shipping for a race?
Shipping for a race. You get a bath them the day before.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Hold on.
bath them the
No,
day
no.
before.
If you want to bathe them.
If you want to, but I wouldn't.
I'm not against bathing them before. Hold on.
I like to keep the plume on them.
Okay. Plume on them.
Then
Yeah.
they go in the bath water, they lose the plume.
Okay.
I like to keep the plume on.
In race. Okay, so let's change. This is a very good point. Plume is a good thing to keep on. And the plume is when you handle a pigeon, you get that nice white ring around you.
Do you ever notice when you give them a bath, after the water's got that white film on it?
And sometimes when they're real good, you see those bubbles on the top of the water.
You're taking the plume off. I
Right.
don't like to do that.
And I think the plume helps them cut through the wind. I think it's that air silk.
If they hit rain, then
it helps.
It helps bounce the water off.
Okay.
It's like,
but here's the thing.
if you go to a car show, you don't wash it with heavy detergent to get the wax off it, to get that shine off it. You don't.
Okay. What I'm saying is, when I get into race season, I'm not interested in putting bath salts in the water. I'm not interested in putting wormers in the water. I'm not really interested in anything except hot or cold water. I'm not interested. I just want them to go for a swim and get out of the pool.
Yeah. So
because if they drink salt water, what happens?
I'd rather give them a bath the day after the race when they come. That's
right. The day after the race, or maybe a few days before. Fine. Hold on. Would you put salt in the water? And guys, if you want to know about bath salts, drink some salt water and tell me what happens to the inside of you. What do you start doing? You start shitting. I'm not a big fan of anything in the water when racing. Hey, if you want to put one drop of bleach, fine.
I put a little bit of bleach in my water.
A drop or two.
The reason why I do that is because if I have it out there, let's say, and somebody shits in the water or whatever, it's just like,
keeps it okay if they drink it, because they're going to drink it.
They might drink it, yeah.
Auction birds, no problem. Better to be safe, and communication is key. And guys, we have emailed everybody. We email people the invoices for the shipping. We message people, and people are so rude. Maybe it goes into the trash bin or into their junk mail. Check all your messages.
The problem is with people that buy birds, they spend $1,000. That's a lot of money for some guys. Some guys spend $10,000. That's a lot of money. Some guys spend. They go. Do you know who I am? I spent 10 grand on that bird. I want that damn bird now. I want it now. Guess what, bud? Take your money and stick it up your ass. Because we're dealing with livestock, right? Go stick your head up the exhaust pipe of your car and try and breathe. Okay? That's the bottom line. We're dealing with livestock. We don't give a shit.
And hold on.
In other words, you're saying that your fart doesn't stink because you got money? No, bullshit. That the world's got to move because you got money? No, you bought an expensive bird. It's a good bird. Treat it like it's a good bird. Not because you got money, I want it now. That's it.
And the other thing is, I like to say,
my twist tie.
yeah, but people don't realize this. Pigeons that come from Canada to the United States. If you're shipping the pigeon to the U.S. Post on a Tuesday,
right?
Okay, so for you guys, we ship out of Buffalo, New York. It is a 2-hour drive from here to Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. The pigeons have to be basketed Sunday night. They go to the Canadian vet, which is on the road, an hour and a half drive out. Vet looks at them all, hour and a half back. They're in the baskets and they have to be in an order. Now, if you have 10 pigeons, okay, you can let them out. When you have 100, 150, 250 pigeons, they have to be in an order, as the widowhood crate is. They have to match the list on the health certificate. So you bring them back on the Monday. After the vet looked at them, they're in the crates. Tuesday morning, you drive to the U.S. border.
2 hours.
2 hours. The U.S. border guy, he goes through every single pigeon, checks the number, makes sure everything from the letter to the year to the color of the ring.
Hold on. You forgot something there. When you enter the U.S., you have to go.
You have to declare them.
Declare.
That's another 2 hours.
Yeah, you have
sitting in the sun.
Declaration or whatever. Then they pass that. They don't look at the birds. They look at your sheets. You got to pass that. Then you go to the USDA, which is the veterinarian U.S. vet. He has to look through them. So right now,
at that point, they've gone from Sunday afternoon, because you have to start organizing. You have to organize. You're only a human. You have to organize 100 to 200 to whatever the number is of pigeons you have to organize. The Canadian vets have to look at them. Then they come back, as we said, you drive back. These birds are in widowhood crates. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, they get put into the post. Now, some people are going to get them Wednesday. Oh, those are great. Some people get them Wednesday. Oh, those are great. But then there's the people that get them Friday. Then there's the people that are shitting their pants and get them Saturday. And then there's the ones that don't show up until the next Monday. And what we try to tell you guys is, we feed them, we water them, they're in the baskets. But it all depends on where those post people, after they leave my hands, where they're going. What part of the building they put them in, what truck they put them in, if they put them at the top of the truck, the bottom of the truck, if they forget about them, if they lose them.
If they're halfway there and it's hot and the driver decides to go out for lunch and he's got no air conditioning in the postal truck or nothing, it's just like a little bake oven. So you know what I mean. And then you're going to get, sorry again, guys, you're going to get Mr. Money saying, you know what I paid for that pigeon? I paid $250 at the auction. Well, he couldn't even get it here at $250. Let's say $500 at the auction. And I don't give a shit about you got to take it to the vet there and take this and take it that. That's my pigeon. and I want the damn thing to go. Well, wait a minute, bud. The brokerage at the border is how much for that broker? You got to go through a brokerage.
Oh yeah, your broker's a few $1,000.
Few thousand bucks.
They take the investment of the pigeons and then
Yeah.
they give you the tax.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So
Hey,
you got to
hey,
have some
hey,
consideration.
TC Lofts, he says something. He asked a question. He asked, I think, one of the best questions. You handle more great pigeons around the world than just about anyone. You're not lying. I have. And you've handled a lot of good pigeons. You've been with me to a lot of places. You handle the
I've been
same.
around here since before you were born.
Hey,
Know that.
if you guys want to know how I learned to handle great pigeons, there's a cheat here. It was him. Is there anything that stands out? Sizes, shapes, whatever.
Oh, Ryan, I want to say one thing. Thanks for saying that, and I'll pay you that $50 after this show. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. There are fantastic pigeons that handle like, oh, absolute beautiful. There are real damn super pigeons. They are eights, eights and nines in that level, eights and nines. I've rarely ever handled the pigeon that qualifies to me in a seven. But I'm going to tell you, if you're looking at pigeons to bring in and you want and you're willing to listen, it's the pigeons with the parents and the grandparents and the great grandparents of winners and winners and winners. Your odds go up. Yes, you know what? I look at a guy like Lambrex. Boy, he got results coming out of his ears on all the generations. And not you handled all the pigeons we sold from him. They weren't. There was a 10, there was a 9.5, there's a 9, and there's an 8. But if you looked at all the pedigrees, maybe the 8 had the best one. But what people don't realize is they look at the father and the mother in a pedigree. Forget the father and the mother. The father and the mother, they won't produce winners. It skips a generation. So you look at the 4 grandparents. If those 4 grandparents are producing winners, those children have an even better shot. And if you go back another set of generation and all those grandparents, great grandparents, they're producing winners. Those are the pigeons you're looking for. Remember, there's always a one-hit wonder. But you're looking to buy good racing pigeons. They need to have that tree. The tree has to be set up with winners. Hold on. No, hey, Tulios España, no titles in Spanish. No, I can't do Spanish, only English. So the question is, who is better, the fancier, the father, or the son? He's better.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I'll give you another $100.
There you go.
The show.
$100.
Yeah. Every time he says something good about me, he gets a $50 or $100 under the table. It comes to him in cash.
Cash or Canadian Tire dollars?
No.
Believe it or not, I think between the both of us, he taught me, and then everything that I learned separate. Now I teach him, but then we take those ideas and we compare them.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it works.
Yeah, we have a good understanding.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And this is what
we're not bragging, you know. So what?
Who's better? I don't. We're equal. Yeah, we're equal. I don't think you can. I don't think on this one you can answer. And you'll see some lofts. I think some lofts in Europe they have the father and the son team. They almost say you can see it if you ask them who's better. They have no answer. It's you can see it's the same thing because they're constantly. And you know what? We talked about this. How many pigeon men are flying by themselves?
A lot, 90%.
Okay. And how many of them have somebody to talk to? And we're not talking about talking to your friend that's racing against you. And we're not talking about the guy at the bar. We're talking about a guy that's on your team that you're talking to. You don't have it. And what's the one thing that we have?
We do have that.
We have it.
100%. Yeah. there's some kind of a feeling there that how can I explain it? Yeah,
When you start to talk to your local pigeon guy,
you look at your partner and say, look at those young birds going across the sky, and then I know what I'm looking for, and he says to me, yeah, I see the way they're tucking their wings. I see the way, so then you got that same vibration, right?
yeah, or the same thing is you'll say to me, "Come on in and take a look at those birds in that room," and I'll walk in the room and I'll say, there's something wrong with that checker." You already knew it, but you never told me to even look for it, and I look for it, or I'll say the same thing to you.
I've said to you, there's in that section over there, I knew which bird it was. This one bird doesn't look right, and then he'll say to me, "It was a checker, wasn't it?" I said, "Yeah." Identificate. You can identify it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. But there's things that we look at. There's
You
just
think we should train today? You think we?
how many times have we went into a loft where you've weaned a bunch of youngsters and they're all doing great? Okay, you didn't say I was just coming in and look. And there's one that's and I look at you and I say, that thing there, get rid of it. And you already thought it. And what do we end up doing? It goes.
Oh, I say to him, "There's one pigeon there, the young one that bugs my rear end." Sure, you know what I mean. Squeaking thing bugs my rear end. That's it. You're gonna get rid of it anyway. You're gonna lose it, right? You might.
So TC Loft says, have you ever noticed that? Curious about your cats. Sorry, I have to wait for you. Have you ever noticed that the distance? Have you ever noticed that the distance, 300 to 350-mile youngbirds that have that win have longer cast? I've won with both, but it seems like the majority of the winners from those races are a little longer cast. Could it be?
Yeah, I believe that longer cast. I do believe it.
I
The
I
wing isn't as tight.
I think.
That type of pigeon, a longer end pigeon. It's a little not as tight in the wing. The wing is always a little longer. Opens up.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think you want a loose arm, but I think I prefer to have the arm.
They're not as tight as a short end pigeon. That's what I'm saying. The longer cast pigeon. Right?
Okay. Milton says, "Did you send the invoices? I'll check my emails. Nothing in the junk mail. I'll let you know, Milton." Uh, oh, the invoices are going out tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about that. Cade Phillips, aloha. I got your birds. Cade, you're doing good. Milton gives a thumbs up. What was I going to say? Oh, overall, good pigeons. There's one thing, and I'll say something. Guys that are winning these one loft races, if you probably really go back in the pedigrees, and I watch people that post these one loft winners, they're scratching to find these results. They're like Mickey Mouse results, not real racing results. Guys, I don't think you really want to go out and dump money into those pigeons. You're looking for pigeons, the bigger and the more results in more generations, your odds of buying those pigeons and hitting home runs go way up. But you just have to be willing to be patient and not get what I call, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy, buy. And reminder, Coca Cola, Coca Cola, Coca Cola. Everybody's drinking Coca Cola, Coca Cola. Don't mean you have to drink Coca Cola. Slow down and take your time. And if you do your research, you'll find the pigeons that will do it. Most people, though, they want what's the time. And you guys all watch Peepa. You guys always watch Peepa. They're multi. They're bigger than Herbots. Multi-million dollars. They're promoting their own pigeons their own branding. They're going to pump it, pump it, pump it. We don't do that. We're going to give you the best, really, of Europe. Small, nice. Those Lambrex pigeons, poof, you won't go wrong. You know, and I'm using Lambrex as a lot of people probably don't know. You won't go wrong. See me, if we did a little sale for Marcel, nobody will know who they are.
No.
And you want to know what?
Right in that
Heart
of Belgium flying, pigeon
and
flying.
a man that can fly 12 pigeons week in and week out and be second to Lambrex. There's no problem, eh? Because you got to remember, eh? It's not only Sorrel, it's Bart, it's Carl. There's 4 or 5 Lambrex flying those pigeons, families.
And Stefan.
Stefan, they're that's a born and raised pigeon family.
Family.
And he's in there flying 12 pigeons, and he's doing real darn good.
Yeah.
But those pigeons won't command the big dollars. They're very good pigeons. Randy 12 says, always learning a lot from you guys. Well, you'll only learn if you're using your ears and listening.
You know, I believe in the work of training. It's very important.
And I'll tell and I'm going to say something to people. If you have your young birds and there's a young bird giving you trouble, I don't care. Doesn't go in the basket, doesn't come in for feed. Comes out of the basket late. Doesn't want a loft fly. I'm giving you scenarios. I'm giving you these scenarios. If he's a problem, do yourself a favor. Eliminate him. Eliminate him. Eliminate him. Eliminate him. Eliminate him. Because
you'll forget about him in a few hours or a day. You'll forget about that guy.
now
He's wild in the loft.
you will
Takes
get
everybody wild. Yeah.
You will get rid of 100 of them, and there will be one good one. You're going to get rid of that one good one, but 99% of the 100, they're shit. Same thing with a pigeon that's sick. Yes, and everyone's going to say, well, I fixed one and it was great. That's your 1 out of 100. How many of them didn't make it? We got a question. You going to bring back some Anders Brobeck? Yes. I'll bring Anders Brobeck back. How many trainers do you suggest? How many training tosses do you suggest before the first young bird race?
I say 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks of training, and I would say guarantee once a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Right. So
I'd say that the shortest saw should be minimum of 10 miles. The longest saw should be 100 to 120 miles. I would say you need, before race number 1, you need between 60 and 100. They need to be in small groups all the way down to singles. And
that's right. I believe you got to train in the heat. You got to train in the heat.
I believe that,
I don't believe training at 7 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. Listen, 7 o'clock in the morning training to me is training a bicycle rider to ride down a hill.
Yeah.
We want to train them when they got to go up the hill. Hey, 100 degrees in a tailwind, if it is a lot easier. It's a lot harder than 70 degrees in a tailwind. Right?
100%.
Right.
I like to train in headwind.
But I'm saying, for people, if the winds are a tailwind for your pigeons, and it's going to be 105 degrees at 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
yeah,
take them at that time. Give them always some work.
Work. Yeah. Yeah.
And never train your pigeons to lose them.
I never train with friends. My birds always go in their own team.
And that team can be singles, doubles, triples. I'm not interested in training with the loser friends around me that don't put the work in.
100%. I don't see a champion hockey team or soccer team, football team. They're not training with the
Beer league,
competitors.
beer leaguers,
Competitor.
beer leaguers.
Yeah, that's it. They're not
They're not.
training. Yeah. And if they say, well, we're good friends, let's train together. No. I don't know. That's my team, my group. That's
Mhm.
it.
Hold on, eh? Always remember, those pigeons are your fucking army. Now, I'll tell you this: if you want to, if you
when
want,
they screw up on training, you've trained by yourself, and when they screw up, it's when they hook up with some other best friend of yours' bird somewhere down the line. That's when they realize they hooked up with the wrong group. So why would you train with that group?
here's the other thing: when you race the pigeons on race number one, and you got your birds trained 60, 70, 80 times, and you have a great race, they come. You race them Saturday, you ship them Friday night, Saturday they race, they come like firecrackers. Sunday morning,
I put them back in a basket and train them.
train them even to 10 miles or to 25 miles.
A nice little confidence builder. You could take them in the group. So a little confidence builder. We get a confidence builder in there.
Short race.
10 miles.
Yes.
Little confidence. Beautiful. Everybody's going together.
Remember, and you're saying, well, why would you train them if they know what they're doing? The first time you put them up with the mob, second time, third time, when they come home, their minds are always slightly scrambled. Wow, did you see that airport? It's a lot, the airport's a lot different than where we've been. And I'm using the airport as a whole bunch of pigeons mixed up together. Yeah. And I say this, you put them back in the basket. And if the race, if you're flying 19,
sound of ice cubes, folks.
If you're flying speeds of 1900, 20 or 2000 meters or yards, 2100, put them back in the basket that evening. Again. JD, yeah, I might go to Scotland. I have to see. Again, the problem with England, Ireland, Scotland is I'm not sure. You know, JD, I'm not trying to be ignorant here. But uh it's a lot of work to go and fly and stay in a hotel and rent a car and go to these places, and then you get the birds, and if people don't see the value in the birds, you did a lot of work for nothing. I'm going to say something. I'm very disappointed in the people that watch my show. I did Luca Campanini from Italy. I think he's probably the best Italian flyer in Italy, or the top three. His birds, I couldn't sell them. I've been to his house. I've seen how he fed. I've seen how he played. I've seen how goddamn ruthless he was. And people just let his birds go for nothing. That's a great flyer. I liked working with him. And I can't bring him back because the birds don't bring any money. Not any money for me, any money for him. He's better to take them to the Middle East, Taiwan, and sell them. So JD, you asked me, well, I'm going to go to Scotland. Okay. Where are we going to go? Who are we going to get? Are they going to command the money? The money not only for themselves, but for what we're doing. Again, I don't do this for free, guys. I don't. Nobody works for free. So I'm being honest. Hello, Ryan from the UK. I only have just started to watch your channel a few months. I'm interested to know, do you race pigeons or do you one loft or keep them? I race pigeons. I've run a one loft race. I've had good seasons running one loft races. I've had tough seasons. I've won quite a few races here in Canada. And I'm going to say something. Everything that I've ever won in Canada, it's Canadian. It's not Belgian. So we want to race in Belgium. We want to play pigeons in the pigeon racing mecca. I don't everything that here that we've done in Canada, the championships we've won, or the champion birds, or the ace pigeons, or the open races we've won. Congratulations! But I will say, when you get to Belgium or Holland, probably German and England, okay, but when you get to Belgium, especially in that right spot, in that sweet spot, where they've been for probably 150 years, the whole country eats, breathes racing pigeons. It's a little different level. This is a little different level.
You know, I'll tell you, when I was over there, you can go in a town, go to this town, go to that town, and that the Belgians have those shoes they wear in the pigeon loft. Actually, I got a pair here. I could show it, but you see people walking around like in a coffee shop or a bakery, or you look down. Oh, you see their shoes. Oh, they're a pigeon flyer. Not correct?
Yeah,
correct.
100%.
Yeah, it's just like
Think about it. In Taylor, in a 5 to 10 mile radius, there's
It's
14
not.
1,400 pigeon lofts.
It's 5 mile, about 8 kilometer radius.
Right.
Yeah, 5 mile.
5 to 10 miles.
1,450 pigeon flyers in that radius. It's like, yeah, really incredible. And you know, I'm going to go back to training. We're back in training. You got to look at it this way: the greatest guitar players, they practice so much till their fingers bleed. That's the same with your pigeons. You got to be respectable, but they need that training. Same as some of these basketball players. They they shoot 1,000, practice 1,000 shots at a hoop a day. Or these soccer players, they can. So if you don't put the work in with your birds, you can't expect the birds to win. And I was talking about basketball players, Ryan. One was telling me he shoots how many shots at a hoop a day? 1,000 shots.
Mhm.
Who else was it? Who else you said gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, does 2 hours practice, takes a break.
You know, I'll say this. I took my pigeons. I took them on their fifth toss, 40 kilometers, 20 miles. Boy, they took all day to come home. We know why. We know why. Because you screwed up on the system taking them, but that's okay. They come. Now, I'm not going to train them tomorrow because I'm still waiting for other ones. You know what? When they all, in the afternoon, whatever's home, put them back in the basket and take them 5 miles, 5 kilometers, 2 miles, 3 miles, and let them come as a group. The next day, again, 2 or 3 times as a group from short, short. Build back.
Confident.
It's okay. Now, guys, when you train pigeons, even in the rain, even in the headwind, even in the fog, the idea is don't beat the fucking army. The army has to win the mission. When you think of it this way, when the army wins and wins and wins and wins and wins, it doesn't matter if it's 1 mile, if it's a loft fly, it doesn't matter. When the army goes out, it has to win. When the army starts winning on a consecutive basis, they start to make better and better and better decisions. Anyways, what about new guys in the Netherlands? JD, you'll get the good ones. Do I not bring the best ones? JD, we have another tour in November. You coming on the tour this year or what? Come on, Ale. Interesting. Yes. Out of all the lofts you visited, and I know you've done a few in your time, what is the most memorable? Do you want to know what? All the real winners, they were.
I would have to describe them as kings in their field.
They did a lot of shit the same. A lot of shit the same.
Yeah,
A lot of shit.
and they never brag. They never brag. You know what?
I'm gonna tell you
I,
something.
I went to the clubs there in Belgium. They got about 60 members, and the top-notch guys. They're very quiet. They never brag. They never brag, and they never turn which I say negativeness against people. They don't insult people.
Do you want me to tell you something that I really liked? And one guy in particular, and I'm going to use this one name. And I hope to work with him this year. Serge Van Elsecker. I did an auction for him 2 or 3 years ago. That was my second auction. And I imported 6 pigeons from him. We selected them and then we
Could
imported
have been
them.
your second auction.
Second for him.
Oh,
with
for
him,
him,
with
for him,
us.
yeah. Okay.
And one pigeon wasn't right. Had a rattle. As we talked about.
Yeah.
Wet eye, whatever.
Some people won't. If you're what you call a novice, you wouldn't know what I can handle pigeons, but when I just handle them, I say, "Oh, he's got a rattle." I feel it in my fingers. I feel the rattle.
You don't even, yeah.
Yeah,
You feel the fingertips vibrate a different way.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine come over, Roman, and that bird that I said, "Oh my God, I don't want to pull your head off. I like you. It's way too much. You trained out to 100 miles. Your mother brought me in $3,600 last year, and I'm going. Oh, I don't want to kill. I don't want. I just don't. Okay. Roman came over. Pigeon was in the loft. Didn't say nothing. I handled the pigeon. I could feel the rattle. Like I could feel the right.
So I can't remember what I was
What we're
saying.
saying now. I can't remember what we're saying.
This fucking Roman was here. Every time you get a fucking Russian come over, every time you get a Russian come over, it don't. Every time you get a Russian come over, it don't eat meat. Can't understand. What I'm saying is, Serge said to me, and what I respected quick, which I really enjoyed was, Ryan, out of 6 pigeons, one's got a rattle. You said, just do me a favor and kill it. I don't want anybody getting shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, he didn't say that the quarantine facility was shit. He didn't say my loft was shit. He didn't say his loft was shit. He said, if that bird is gurgling, canker, blah, 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 do me a favor. I don't want somebody getting weakness.
Yeah.
And what I have to say
to the bird that we had in quarantine.
No, it was a bird that came through quarantine.
Yeah, we had it.
Yeah, we were organizing them.
Yeah.
And I said to Serge, hey, Serge, this one here's got respiratory. And he said the same thing I said and you said. Once they get the gurgle, blah,
Yeah.
it's finished.
Yeah, so this
Bin 'em.
this bird I'm talking about, if it shows more signs of it, I thought I knocked it, but soon I stress it and more signs, I'm going to knock it off.
But what I'm saying is,
And
when you're looking to, hey,
the other thing is with these people, these I say pigeon flyers in Europe, you say, oh, you know the checker, it's got a bit of a rattle, or it's got, like Ryan said, eliminate it, done. They don't say, well, did you put them on Batro?
when I work with a breeder and I tell them a bird's got a problem, if they say it's my loft, If they say anything like that, is your facilities this? If they say it to me, it's the last auction I ever do for them. Do you want to know why? Their pigeons are weak. And guess what? They're making a fucking excuse for weakness. When a pigeon is weak, it's in the bin. And by the way, any which way you want to cut it, the truth is those weak pigeons will never do it for you, no matter the pedigree, no matter what it won, they're shit. And as soon as you start swallowing that and stop blaming where it came from, you know what? If the bird goes in the post for 5 days, reminder, pigeons in Barcelona, they sometimes spend 12, 15 days in a basket, and then they got to fly 1,000 kilometers home.
Yep.
I don't want to hear the bird come with. That means the bird is shit because stress broke the bird. Anyways, it's the same thing. You go out with people, they have drinks. There's people that can have drinks all night and they handle their drinks. There's people that have drinks and they get all fucked up and they fall over. Those aren't the people that I want to drink with. And I'm using that. It's the same analogy. Weak pigeons will show it to you when you stress them. People show it to you when you stress them. Robert Daughtry says, how you boys doing? We're doing good. JD Teal says, I'll come if I hit one of the one lofts. JD, I want to tell you this. You're still in one loft land. You're still all about, and JD, I hope you win $1 million on one loft racing. I will tell you this straight, JD. Unless you start really kissing ass to those one lofts, it's all a fucking waste, man. It's a waste. I don't believe you'll find the winning pigeons in the one loft races. If you win one, you win one. Hey, we've won a few one loft races. I don't bet the farm. And I give you my word. When I go back to flying one loft races for fun and I win them, if I'm lucky enough to, the pigeons are instantly for sale. I don't want them. I'm not interested in them because you want to know why? What do they say? The sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. And our buddy here, Graham Moore, says you're 100% right. This here isn't about being right or wrong. We're just telling you from experience what we've tasted and what we've felt, what we've played in. Guys, you're looking at two guys here that lost more races than most of you will ever fly.
Lost a lot of races.
More. Hey, you know what? I guarantee you, all the people that commented tonight, you and me, we lost more races than they'll ever fly.
Hey, I'm going to tell you again. I talk about Volker Vale, top-notch pigeon flyer, top-notch. I told you before. How are they doing, the youngsters? I got 28 youngsters, he says. Races is coming up. Yeah. He said, I got to get rid of 4. I said, why do you want to get rid of 4? I only fly with 21. Or whatever. I have to eliminate 4. Why? The bad back, bad this. No. That's my rule. But years ago, Volker Vale would say to me, and he's passed now, I don't know, 10 years he passed away or 15, 20 years. He looked at me in the face and said, yeah, Richard, but you are only a pigeon keeper. You are not a pigeon flyer. And he was 100% right.
You don't really have to do the accent. Get it through.
And nowadays, if you're in a club And you look at the guy, and the guy's walking around like he's got the big boots on and a big hat on, and I got the best blue bar here that I paid a lot of money for that, but he didn't know how to bake the cake. You know what I'm saying? Now I can look at him and go, now I know what Volkerville meant. Ha! You are only a pigeon keeper. Not a pigeon flyer. And that there, I've been pissed on enough in the years past that you start to realize I gotta learn how to play this guitar. I gotta learn what a pigeon feels like.
Pigeon Racer UK says that's true. This is my first year. LOL. I'm 25 years old, and I'm very, very new. So, if you want me to give you a breakdown of what I think if you want to win, you got to get real good pedigree pigeons. You have to have a good loft. You have to have that stuff. You got to have like a good loft, meaning ventilation, dry, not wet shit. Okay. You got to take your time and learn how to feed. You got to do that.
Yeah, very
But
yeah.
the next thing is I want you to type in Kobe Bryant on being a champion and how his practice, how he never took practice. He practiced, practice, 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 practice. And if you take that and you apply it into pigeon racing, you will compete against those top flyers, providing you don't go and buy or don't get a bunch of free rubbish birds from a guy in your area. You go out and you invest a little bit and you put that time in. And you slow down, you read, you learn, but guess what? You outwork everyone else you're working against. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to fuck up. Oh, you're going to fuck up.
And you have to respect the team you're working with. You have to be the coach.
Yes.
The coach has to be the proper feeder, the proper trainer, means loft flying proper. Yeah, this is all things that you have to kind of put together. And the other thing too is when you want to be that kind of a coach, very hard on your woman, if you have one, and your family.
And your job.
And your job. Because this is, it's very hard, man. It's like, I say, this is my
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Damn it. I wasn't home in time to feed them. I usually feed them at 6 o'clock. The boss told me to work till 8:30. I wasn't in time. Damn it. That kind of shit. That's I don't want to discourage anyone, but that's the way it is.
Hold on.
And don't get your brother to feed them. Anyone. Because it's you. They know you.
And you have to remember, when you look at a professional athlete, if you want to be at the top of pigeon racing, you have to say, I'm a professional pigeon flyer. I have to get to that level. And there's so much sacrifice. All the guys that you see on my auction site, Van Zoren, Emil Denny's, Anna Gochan,
Alfred,
Van He, hold on, Lambrix.
Man,
if you look at the list, the people that we bring, they're pretty much, they're either professional or they're basically struggling in their home to be a professional. They might still have a job, but their wife and their kids know that pigeon racing comes before dinner.
100%. And again, I talk about Volker. He leaves a wedding to go feed his pigeons. Okay, we're like, the wedding starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They have a little reception. They're going to go have the dinner, and they got to be there at 5. Well, pigeon time feeding. I got to leave the wedding, go feed my birds.
And
that kind of.
And hold on.
The guys might think, oh, this is friggin'. Oh, this is But this is what
Hold,
the champs
hold on.
do.
But what he's saying is, it's maybe not in the off season, but when you're in a race mode and you start the season of training and racing, you get in the system. You don't break the system. You're a team. You guys are a team. Reminder, eh? The pigeons only win if you put the work in. So you got to put the work into the feeding. Hey, I'll tell you something. Cleaning pigeon lofts, I don't think it makes you a winner or a loser. Feeding makes you a winner and a loser. Hold on. Clean drinkers makes you a winner or a loser. Training hard or training loft flying and road training makes you a winner or a loser. Rest makes you a winner or a loser. But consistency in all those things makes you a winner or a loser. You have to be consistent. You can't let them out today and leave them in for 4 days.
No, you have to go.
You can't dump feed for 2 days. You can't do that.
No, yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's great. I know pigeon flyers, great pigeon flyers. Hate to say it, they're on their third wife.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say something
because of it. This guy, a lot of guys turn into pigeon widowers. Like, oh no, we're kind of discouraging the thing, but I mean, once you get it in your blood.
Hold on. So I got a few pigeons. Pigeon Racing UK guy says I got a few pigeons from Cassart and Eric Cullerman's pigeons, and a couple from Dirk Verroot hens. Okay. When you're buying pigeons, you want to buy pigeons. Think about it. Buying pigeons is buying cars. Let's think about what we're saying here. We can go out and buy a 1969 Shelby.
Ford Shelby.
Ford Shelby. Fuck, it's beautiful. It's got the horsepower. It's got everything. But it will not beat a 2024. No, a 2002 Mustang GT. It won't beat it. But the Mustang 2002 GT or 2000 Shelby will not beat a 2025 Mustang Shelby. The same car.
Okay, so
you got to buy pigeons in the time frame of where you're raised.
So what you're saying is, Ronaldo compared to a Palais, who's a soccer player of 30 years before. Palais will not compete against Ronaldo today. Or who else would pass?
I'm going to be honest. I think,
like in sports, we're talking.
Hold on. We'll take Pelé and we'll take Ronaldo, or Pelé and Messi, Pelé and Ronaldo. Pelé will not beat Ronaldo or Messi because they have better condition. He may have better ball technique, but if you play in a whole game, they are more conditioned, which means
Better trained.
their brains make better decisions.
Yeah.
Hey, here's something. People are driving in a car. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and they're not used to being up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They get tired and they fall asleep and they crash a car. Their mind is tired, they crash. When your mind gets tired, your mind makes mistakes. If you're going into a big business meeting, you don't want to be out partying or on a 3-day bender and go to a business meeting because you know what? Your mind's asleep.
Yeah.
Remember, your mind is the most important. You can have all the muscles in the world, but if you're stupid, hey, if you were to put a pigeon on a treadmill, you run him all day long, he's in great condition. Did he see anything? His mind's stupid, but he's in great condition. He can't come home.
We're talking about pigeons that you could train, but they're stupid in the mind.
Yeah. I say loft flying is great to a point, and then guess what? If we don't get him down the road, we got a bunch of vegetables. I didn't get the direct. I got off the clearance sale. Sadly, the man called Frank Burrows and passed away. I bought them. It's okay. Stick with our page. I'm going to get you direct children of winning pigeons today, hey, you're starting off, you're new. I'm not here to discourage you. I'm not here to make you feel bad. But what I am here to do is, guess what? I don't give a shit. I'm trying to get you. You're when you watch our show, you're buying ears. You're buying ears.
But the other thing you got to say to this fella here is, I want to give you the best, but are you ready for the best? You have to get yourself into a situation where you say the feeding. There's an art to feeding race person.
What I'm saying is, when you watch the show, or you call me, or you contact us, you're buying pigeon years, years of our fuck ups before you even had pigeons. Mistakes, You know what? You learn only from your mistakes.
But okay, let's give this answer. If you're listening to the show and I tell you 50 things that are I think should be done, and Serge says the same thing, and Emil Denny's, they say this, but how much can your brain as a pigeon flyer, a new pigeon flyer, absorb? You could only absorb so much. You don't, let's put it this way, Michelin chef, let's crack some eggs. Michelin chef takes 4 eggs, two like this, boom, in the pot. I'm not a chef. I want to be one though, right? Oh, I take an egg. Oh, 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 this friggin' screws up because it takes practice. So I tell you, crack the egg. I tell you, do this, do that. You've got to go slow. It's a slow process. And that's what I'm saying.
What you just said was the Michelin chef that cracked those 4 eggs in front of you.
Yeah.
You took from the same carton, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you couldn't do it. You couldn't do
it.
1 egg.
But I have the desire to be one. I want to be one. And that guy, hey, I also said on the show, you're not going to be a pigeon flyer until you probably have pigeons about 30 years. And you look at
or you're real willing to turn the screws and be real ruthless.
Maybe you're going to do it in 10 years.
And I'll tell you,
maybe 15.
Most pigeon men, their biggest downfall is they talk to pigeon losers to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, but no.
Pigeon losers. Pigeon guys in their club that can't win races, they talk to them.
Make themselves feel better by that. They don't know. They bump into people that tell them things, and because they're new, they listen to it and they think it sounds pretty good, and then they fall into this kind of thing. The next thing they get all into that whatever it is, and it's like, and some of them have had pigeons for 30 years, 40 years. They're still as stupid as they were
when they started.
In the first 2 or 3, 5 years. They're still stupid. They're stupid. So, well, how do you find that out?
And what happens is, if you're a new guy and you start talking to them, and you'll always find a real gypsy is when they give you the excuses. You listen for an excuse. Listen for the excuse. If you listen for it. It was too windy today. It was too rainy today. Boy, I didn't let him out today. It was too foggy. This. As you hear the excuses, you step away from him.
Oh, guess what? 10 of us, we're going to train up to the same. We're all going to go, right? We're going to get in the wagon, go up there. We're all going to have a coffee. We're going to have breakfast at this place. It's going to be a nice place. Have a little breakfast. We're going to shoot the shit. We're all going to train from there. Oh, really? No. No. I don't do that. The only time my pigeons will train with yours is I'm loft flying and they happen to hook up with yours coming down the road, that may be, but that's it. Or they get caught up in a training toss, somebody training this way or that way, not when I put them up. I'm not putting them up with your birds. I don't give a shit.
And
if you're a top-notch flyer, which a real top-notch flyer, never going to train with you, with those guys. Never.
nope,
Never.
there's no point in doing it.
There's no point.
Walk away.
That's what I feel. Right?
I agree.
Right.
And again, if you listen to people that are making excuses, wind, heat, tailwinds, headwinds, lots of birds up, solar flares, fog, any bullshit excuse that you hear, when they give that to you, this is my tip for you. You say, "Oh yeah, be nice. Oh yeah, no problem." Don't say it's an excuse. You just keep that in your pocket and don't listen to one other fucking word the man says, because all the words are is shit. Jerry says, "Hey, when I was your last year flying on pigeons, my last year flying pigeons, 2025, 2025, 2024, 2025." I know, Jerry, you're questioning what I really know. That's okay. That's a good question. I would ask that. But you'll see what I can do this season coming again. I'll put it live online.
I will have to say something personally, and I'm going to say it in public right now.
I don't want you to say nothing.
I will say, not because my son.
What'd you say? Not because I'm your son. I thought I was your
But
dad.
I will say that this man here is the best pigeon flyer in all of North America. That means Canada and United States. I will say that 100%. And I'm not saying that because he's my son, because I know where he's been. I know what he's handled. I know communication. You ain't gonna beat this guy. You ain't. In this whole country, you will not beat him. I'm not saying he's gonna do it in Europe, because I think that's a different ball game. But I talked to guys from the States, Canada. I've listened to a lot of shit, and I've been told a lot of shit. And I've listened to people in Europe, and I see what this guy can do. You're not gonna beat him. So whatever this guy asks this question, God bless you, man.
Hey, how was my 2025 season? So as in old birds.
In old birds, 2025.
Yeah, this season is
Remarkable. we can't even
talk about it, eh?
Yeah, there should be somebody that can come on the internet and back this up with a comment. Somebody that
Just on the birds. Just how good the birds are.
maybe
Not me, the birds.
Doesn't have balls, but really has balls. And you'll find out. I know 100%. This guy here.
I mean, in a club. No, I don't. I know.
I'm saying this guy here can fly shit against any one of you in Canada. Anyone. 100%. 100%. And the U.S., put him in a spot, 100%.
He asked in a club.
I believe it. I know it. I know it, man.
In a club, you ask in a club. I don't fly club racing. I'm not interested. I'm interested in combines or federations. In 2024, my club result was 9 races, 9 wins. But the 9 wins was maybe the first 15 birds in each race. In combine wins, 4 combines out of 8. against not a lot, 500 birds. In old birds, I think 11 combine wins and 16 club wins. But hey, it's not my name. Because you want to know what? I'm not going to use my name until I play when it's time to use my name. I will say one thing. It's always real great when you work with great pigeons. Because the pigeons, hey, I don't fly 300 miles. I don't fly 100 miles. And I don't fly 750, 800 kilometer or 600 mile or 500-mile races. The pigeons have to do it. I only work with the pigeons, and those pigeons have to do it. So no matter what, he says, I'm good. I'm okay. I have to say, the pigeons are fantastic.
What I'm saying is, in this marketplace, which we call Canada and the USA, in the marketplace, and I've spoke with people in Canada, and I spoke also with people in the States. And I'm also, after all these years, I'm a little bit like a psychiatrist or like a detective, a policeman. I can smell what I hear. In this country here, Canada, because we haven't been in the States much, but I talk to people in the States. I'm sorry, but these people here in this country, pigeon flyers, all they are is pigeon keepers. The percent here is 1% pigeon flyer. But that's, I hate to say it, folks. You'll listen. That's a shit percent.
No.
That 1%. Okay? That's the bottom line. It's a shit percent. Shit percent.
I want to say something. I can win every race in Canada. I can win every race in the United States. I can win every race in the UK, in Scotland, in Ireland. I can win every race in Holland. You didn't win nothing until you won it in Belgium. You don't win it until you fly in the Diamond Verbont in Belgium against, in a 5-mile radius, 1,400
150 flyers.
Right. And we have a house there. We're going to race pigeons there. And you know what? I can lose. It's okay. It's fine. But I don't go to race pigeons there to lose. I race to say that yes, an outsider can come in and beat them. Is it going to be hard or impossible? 100%.
You don't know yet.
It's 100% hard. It's 100% almost impossible.
Okay, get this one, guys.
But anywhere, if you say to me anywhere right now, anywhere you want, New York, Long Island, Chicago, Florida, it's no problem. What do you want to do? You want to win this season? Drop me in. Give me your birds. I win.
Okay, give you a situation.
I win right from the word go.
Okay, Ryan has a friend. Went to school with them. They're Italian bloodline people. So now this friend of his, Jonathan Macri, he has a son that's 16 years old. So naturally, they play locally here in Ontario, Canada, with the Italian group, because they're Italian, whatever. Play in the Italian group soccer club in the a little north of Toronto area, and these guys are all Italian players, Italian bred background here in Canada, right? So these are the best boys we have. They're super looking nice guys, really nice shape, everything like that. Ryan tells me, Jonathan Macri, his son on this Italian team, they booked a tournament to go from Toronto,
Italy.
Ontario here, Canada, go to Italy for a trip to play against the Italy soccer team. Ryan was telling me he got the results. The poor boys played against the Italians, which in Italy they play serious shit.
And there's different levels,
but these guys are going to go play against their own level, right? They're not playing against the the World Cup men's soccer team. They're playing against the 15, 16, 17-year-old boys. And Ryan's going to me, I said, how do they make out? Holy shit. It was like 7-0 a game. The Italians just friggin' why? Because they're serious playing in Italy. Okay, they get no snow. They play year round. They play, yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
A lifestyle. But meanwhile, this team here in Canada, holy shit, they're a damn good team. Wow, they're kicking ass, kicking ass. Really?
But against who? And Jerry says, how many times? Jerry, in my area, how many times? How many times, Jerry? How many times? When I race pigeons, I hate to say this, Jerry, when I start to race, if I say, Jerry, I'm going to come and race your pigeons, or Mark's pigeons, or Ben's pigeons, I come out to race. I'll race 7 days a week for the whole season. I come every day to the loft. I play every single day. I don't have maybe towards the end of the season I have the odd day off.
When
work.
do you start before the game plays?
I like to start 8 weeks before.
8 weeks before. Tell them.
8 weeks before. I train hard. I use no medication. And by the way, a pigeon that's sick, he goes in the bin. A pigeon that has a little bit of respiratory and he has to play his way through it or he's gone. And by the way, when I play to break them. In a respectful way, they have to give me as much work as I want to give them. They have to give me the same back. Inch by inch by inch by inch. If it's 100 degrees, they'll sit in a basket for 3 hours. They might only go to 10 miles. They'll cook, and then they'll work. They get used to the abuse. What family of pigeons do you keep? That's a great question. I only fly the best pigeons. I fly the pigeons. I was so very lucky. Uh, Give me good pigeons. Pigeons that we sell from breeders. I fly them. They win. I think a lot of people think they're buying good pigeons and they're just buying recall sales, great grandchildren, great grandchildren. That's shit. I want direct children. The worst is grandchildren. Grandchildren and direct children. You get into great grandchildren, waste of your time. Milton says, I go by Ryan. He has handled the best pigeons. What you guys all don't realize is, you know how many mistakes I made, and he made, and we made. We make mistakes. I didn't say I'm going to go to Belgium and beat them. I'm going to go to Belgium, and guess what? I'm going to do.
I say,
I'll whip them.
no. You say you whip them.
I'll whip them.
I say,
I'll have to whip them.
no. I think you got a good idea, but I think you.
Do you want me to tell you why I'm going to whip them? Do you want me to tell you why? I have only one reason why.
I don't know.
Because I'm at the very bottom. And guess what? I don't care about the pigeons. I care, but I don't care. I care to go out and let's go to work. I don't care about anything else. And I'm not there to go to restaurants. I'm not there to take my girlfriend out. I'm not there. No, I'm there to do one thing.
You got a girlfriend?
No, but I'm saying, you say, how you say you have your girlfriend, you have your kids, you have your this.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're.
I'm there to do one thing. Fuck you all. I'm eating and drinking and sleeping pigeons.
Mhm.
But that don't mean you're still going to win because you still have to have the horses to do it.
Could be like the Italian soccer team here in Ontario. They had a great team. Everybody was like, wow, wow, wow. They went to Italy because those guys are real Italian soccer players.
Do you want to bet? Want to bet?
What?
How much you want to bet? I'll play with the kids. And by the way, I'm not playing with them, eh? The pigeons are going to play with them.
Okay, so you're good. This guy Jerry here. Yeah,
Jerry's good.
Where's Jerry from?
Probably from the UK.
UK.
Hey,
I know one thing. The people from the UK, they buy a lot of pigeons from Lambricks.
here's another thing.
Yeah.
Here's
I was there
here's something I never
on
experienced.
Sundays. I was there because I'm right living in the same. They own 4 houses together. I'm right there. People from England coming over on Sundays to buy birds from Lambricks. And Lambricks, he's very quiet guy. Very quiet.
Think about this.
And again, I'm gonna say this again. Marcel, he's been a friend of Lambricks for 50 years. And okay, he goes to me, you know what? I'm an architect, built houses, done everything, like whatever. Very successful with my brains, doing shit. And he goes to me, you know, Sorrel, this is his friend. He's a very stupid man. Stupid. He can't even count his fingers on his hands. He says, but, and he made a lot of money in his life. But he said,
Can't beat him in
pigeon flyer,
Mhm.
I can't beat him. And he's been flying pigeons for 50 years. He says, beats me by a half a minute.
Can I ask you
He says, I can't beat the man. He says, the guy and made a lot of money. And Marcel said to me, oh, you know the house I live in now? He said, I built half the house. I paid Marcel. He paid with money he made from flying pigeons. Meanwhile,
hold on.
Sorrel,
In the house, hold on. But hold on. For you people, think about your house you're living in.
Let this dog in.
I bet that dog already pissed.
You want to go out, Scout?
I think she did. Look on the floor.
Yeah, she did.
Let's leave her. She's done. Just put her on the thing over here. But what people don't realize is Marcel paid for half of his house. House.
Yeah.
Not a car. Not your daughter's education.
No.
A house.
Paid the house. Plus, he also paid for his daughter's education.
Okay, hold on. Now let's ask this question.
Yeah.
Marcel, from my house, you can literally see the loft. If you look through the trees, you'll see his loft.
Yeah.
Sorrel Lambrex, you can literally spit out my loft and hit his property.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're saying here is, can I win? I don't know. Good shot. I won't win anything. Because the level of these guys that I'm flying against, or I will fly against, the mop's over there. The mop's over there. Just press the thing and just drain it out. You don't need to use paper towel. What do I think about vitamins and probiotics? Well, let's think about this. Vitamins, probiotics, fats, electrolytes, salts, good training, good ventilation, It all works together, my friend. Jerry, it all works together. You know what? You can have the best pigeons. If you give them good, what did you say? Vitamin S and probiotics, but you don't train and you don't loft fly, you won't win a race, but you'll have them looking great. It all works together. Everything works together. I always say it's a matter of turning stones. The man, if you think about it, there's a perfect lap in a race. Perfect lap. In pigeon racing, there's a perfect race. It's the man that unturns every stone correctly wins. And in those stones, there's a tailwind, there's the drag, there's all that shit. I get it. But you have to turn all the stones over. We're going to have Lars on here shortly. He's just doing some stuff with his family and that. We're going to get Lars back on. Again, it'll be another season with Lars. Great guy. Very knowledgeable in pigeons. And you know what he is? Just a good guy to bounce ideas off of. Just a good person overall. Born pigeon man. Yeah, born pigeon man. That's what I'm trying to say. You found out, son? I don't know what you're saying, Jason. Ask your question again. Anyways, yeah, you need the best pigeons. Buying pigeons from old fanciers that haven't raced, you're trying to buy always the most modern cars. Slightly. Modern cars can be 5, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. Okay, fine. But you're always looking for pigeons that have performance. Not bred for stock, bred for stock, bred for stock. Bred for stock is not good in a pedigree. You don't want to see bred for stock. I don't want to see bred for stock. Now, is there a time where I might do an auction where there's some birds that are bred for stock? Yeah, because sometimes you do auctions for people and they're more nostalgic pigeons. So you have to take what you can get. You have to take what's there. Sergio Perez says, I got a bird from Peter Vandermeer. Good birds, right? Peter has great birds. I wouldn't ever say Peter's birds aren't great. I can say, could you get a pigeon that doesn't work out from Peter? Sure. From Norman? Sure. From Lambert? Sure. Again, you're working with the pigeons. The pigeons are working with you. We've been on an hour and 53 minutes. I fixed the internet problem, which is great. Gomer. Hey, just jumping in, says Eddie Ortiz. Hey, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in. And a lot of people, especially in North America, and I'm sure people from all around the world, they have money. They don't race the pigeons hard enough. They're putting them into one loft races. And they're getting all bent out of shape because the birds don't win, the birds don't finish, the birds don't do this. Guys, the one loft racing is a money pit. It's not real racing. It's pyramid racing. And I hate to say it because I think one loft racing is the future of pigeon racing. But I'm not sure at what point there will be real racing. And I think I don't know if there's a way ever to govern it. I don't know how. I think it is the way.
It should be gauged on your performance. I'm going to just start opening up another can of worms. You got this Oscar De Vries guy. He just opened a race up. He hasn't done, he's taken birds in, hasn't done a inventory in a while, but
Not one.
Okay,
Not one.
just take a look at this character down. Last year in the EOC, he got caught cheating, which he admitted he was cheating, and now this year again he's still flying apparently, and also he has his one loft race going now. Okay, do you think that's right? Now I know a few years ago there was a gentleman that he had a bird that strayed away 100 miles from his place. And the person called him up and said, "Hey, I got your bird here, number so and so." He said, "Yeah, it's my bird. Can you come and pick it up? It's your bird. Come pick it up." And he said, "No, I'm sorry. I can't come to 100 miles to pick it up. I'm sorry." What happened was the CU, they call it the CU, a Canadian Racing Pigeon Union. You know what they did to that guy? Because he didn't pick it up. It's your right to have the bird picked up. If that happens to me and a bird flies 200 miles that way and I'm going, wow, I'm not going to drive I don't feel like driving 200 miles. It's my responsibility to have it picked up. What I do is I call somebody in that local area and I say, "Hey, bud, you're in the club there. Yeah, do me a favor. Hey, we're like a biker club, right? Can you please go and pick my bird up for me? It's only a mile from your house. Pick it up. Thank you. If you want to keep it, or do me a favor, put it in the garden." That's the way I handle it. Okay. So this guy said, "No, I'm not going to pick that thing up. It's 3 hour drive for me. I can't pick it up. I'm not picking it up. Screw you. I'm not picking it up." What did the CU do? They banned the guy for flying for 1 year because he didn't go and do it. Okay, what am I talking about? This Oscar DeVries guy, he cheated in the EOC, admitted he cheated. He's still flying pigeons this year. He's got a one loft race going. He doesn't show inventory. This guy should be suspended. He admitted he cheated.
Hey, listen, sheep eat grass.
That's it.
My
I'm just saying.
my friend from the UK says, by the sounds of it, it looks like you're going to race in Belgium. Good luck. I hope to do a loft visit. You're more than welcome. I'll take you to some lofts if you want to come over. You message me privately. There's no problem there.
So what we're talking about, what
are we?
just saying this, I'm going into
we're talking like we talk about JD. He says, "Well, I'm going to come on your trip of how I win in one loft races." But the problem with, and I hate to say this, America, 100%. America now, fuck it. There's no more pigeon racing, eh? America is all about we're flying one loft races. We're going to be big one loft winners. I think it's great. I think it's a nice romantic idea. But I will tell you, take me to the lofts and take me to the final race point, and let's let out the pigeons. And I'll go to each race. You pay for me to go, I'll let out each race. You watch what you see. You're going to see guys that won't go there. You'll see guys that'll create an excuse. You'll see it. Jim Ward did it. Hey, they all do it. They all got there's always some little excuse. Barbecue, this, that, this. And you know what? It's okay. Because pigeon racing, for it to be great, needs to be real hard governed. And it ain't there yet. All it's governed is by a guy building a loft.
I'll tell you, when you're flying your own birds, you're the own governor and you fly them. But a one loft race,
You're the bitch to the participants.
But
You're the bitch.
Yeah, you're the bitch. But if you're a smart bitch, you know how to scam it.
That's right.
And that's
and what I'm saying is, hey, NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB, right? The professional leagues, they're governed by professionalness. Hey, the World Championship of roller flying? They got guys from all over. flying to view rollers in Canada and California.
They call it fly. Yeah,
I'm wondering why these one loft races aren't governed. Like, I'm talking all the money governed.
I'm going back to this Oscar guy. Why hasn't he shown inventory?
Well, because he took 700 birds in at $125 a bird. Hold on, eh? Him and Linda, they could be on crystal meth. All I know is this. You haven't been touched until you've been Dutch touched. And Oscar De Vries, he's the biggest fucking snake in the grass. He's a cheater. He's a pill popper. And hey, guess what? I took Tylenol too. But you're into the good stuff, eh? And you know what? He fucking lies to people. But that's okay. It's beyond that. But when you do all that bad shit, when you take 700 birds at $125 a bird, and you get a guy like Hamilton Lou. Hey, Hamilton, you're right up Oscar's behind, and you probably still are. Hamilton. Now he's showing you, eh? Just a fucking gypsy. And you guys all built his beautiful big loft. You know what? This weekend, we're going to drive up there. We'll even stop in. Knock. Where's your inventory? I don't even have any birds in your race. Where is it? Why? Because you're fucking 100 people that entered your race, or 150 people. Because why? You and Linda, you're too lazy to do the job. Because you know why? You're not going to train the birds. You know why? All you do is take the people's money. And you know what? You give the people, and there are people, in the one loft racing community, there are people that really try. There has to be. But you're one of those fuckers. I hate to say it, Oscar. You're one of those fuckers who fucks it for the rest. You give it a bad name because you know what you are? You're a pig. You're a pig. And it's okay. You're a pig. And when I see you, I'll tell you you're a pig right to your face. It's okay. Hold on. Do you still run a one loft race? No. We're not. Well, nobody come this year.
We're not running.
Not this year. Next year, maybe.
Right.
And here's another thing: running a one loft race.
The trouble is, a lot of people here, they don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you take them out? It was too sunny. Oh, why it was a little cloudy. Oh, they're all experts, right? You're all, a little bit of wind. Oh no!
As Marco Pierre White said,
yeah,
I had a 3-star Michelin restaurant. It's the hardest to get in the world. I had people coming to my restaurant, judging my restaurant, that weren't behind a stove for 19 hours a day for 25 years. Can I ask you something? If when you're behind the stove for 19 hours a day for 25 years, 6 days a week, where do you live? You live in the kitchen. Can a man off the street with a suit on and a tie, can he come in and grate your food?
Well, because he's a lawyer, he's making $2,500 an hour.
Can he grate it?
He's got 2 Porsches. He drives one on Monday and one on Wednesday and one on Friday. Yeah, he's judging that. I understand what you're saying.
And Marco Pierre said it great. He said, I gave the stars back and I closed my restaurant because I wasn't going to be graded by people who had no fucking clue what they were grading. He knew how to eat this. A steak. It had to be, I'm using a steak. It's basic. You can have it well done. But he knew it had to be this way, this way, this way, this way. 19 hours a day. My friends, he had no life. He cooked for people that were judging him that, guess what? They only ate for 2 hours.
But he was a Michelin chef. So he earned a degree, right?
Yeah, Pigeon UK guy says, you're right. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook complaining all the time. Maybe That's the idea. Make up group and call it a group of bitches. Oh. All the one loft racing, all it is a pyramid scam. It's really what it is. First of all, for anybody watching, pigeon racing does not work in a group of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000 pigeons loft line. It don't work. Pigeons loft fly in great in a group of 60,
No,
100. Hold on,
not
100. Hold on. No. 200. Wait, 200. You get them offline good. 300. You're pushing. No. You're pushing. You're pushing.
50 to me is maximum.
But what I say is, when one loft racing wants to get professional, they will say the loft will hold 200 pigeons. It will be $2,000 a pigeon. The pigeons come in. The loft manager flies 200 pigeons. We figure out who has the fucking balls.
And then the other question is, what is his
Reward?
No, his what do you call
Earning.
that? No, credentials. What? Going back to this Andy race, he had Robert Rhodey, who he
No, I don't want to bring that up. Just watch. Can I just stop? Big Andy has never won a pigeon race on his own name. He can't do it. He's got a loft manager in Florida that flies the pigeons. In Toronto, here in our area, he's got his daughter, never had a pigeon for 2 years. Never had a pigeon in his life. Training the pigeons. People are giving thousands of dollars
to this kook,
to this wackadoo. And guess what? He's going to kill me. And guess what? He's a fucking paraplegic. Hold on.
100.
He said to the police officer, and we got the report, he's in a goddamn wheelchair. I tell you this, Andy, I'll come to your house. I'll bring it to you. Can you do it? He can't do it. Can he lift his arm to do it? But you know what? Don't fucking tell me, Andy. You're going to kill me.
You can watch it, Ryan.
Don't tell me you're going to kill me.
I heard he can wipe his ass. So.
I don't know if he can wipe his ass. How do you wipe your ass when you're in a wheelchair? Anyways, I'm not getting on this about Andy.
No, but
because I can't wait to see him, eh? Time will come. Time will come for him. And I promise you, when I meet Andy,
but I'm just saying,
nothing will happen.
People running his one loft race,
sure,
that they are totally
degenerates.
Man, if you take a look at these people, this girl, she called me Baba. She gave me a name.
That's your girlfriend.
I don't really give a shit. But I'm saying she's definitely far from being a pigeon keeper. I'm telling you, it's a joke. And even this Andy guy, I don't even know what his credibility is. I think he's a good friggin' salesman. That's all I think.
Hold on. Anybody in their life that uses their handicappedism, this as an excuse. You know what? This is my excuse. Hey, Andy. Hey, people. I'm not the best reader. I still work hard. I still go to work every day. I don't use it as my excuse. But when you tell a police officer, how could I kill him because I'm handicapped? How? Is that your excuse? First of all, you don't go to the lofts. We know this because you can't walk. We know this. We see it. It's in black and white. You have a loft manager in Florida that you pay. We understand this because you can't do it. Your name, you use your name. Great. Very good. Okay. But in all honesty, it's all a lie.
What name is that?
It's a bullshit name. He bullshitted a bunch of sheep. That's all he did. And when he says he's gonna, what did he? I love that. You're gonna kill me.
If you come.
I'm gonna go to his place, to watch the race this year.
No, but
I'm going. You're coming with me. Because you want to know why? We're gonna get a limo. Who cares, eh? Because we're gonna have some drinks when we go. We're gonna rent a limo. We're gonna have a good afternoon. We're gonna go to all 3 races. I got a real good client, real good one, that's in that race. I'm gonna call him and have him call him and say that I'm coming to watch the race, eh? I like to watch the race. You know what I like to see? I like to see pigeons that can come home from a race and trap within seconds. Not
a minute and 45.
2 minutes. I see Big Andy's OLR on Pipa. Well, sure, because he's a Pipa bitch.
The other thing he tells, we're going back to the
Mom, I need some
again,
ice.
but he tells the policeman to please ask us not to speak about his one loft race on our show.
And Pepsi. Thanks, Mom.
That's what he asked. The policeman said
Please.
he wishes that you wouldn't speak about him and his one loft race on our show. I told the policeman I have the right to speak the truth. That's my right. You can't stop me from speaking the truth. And if he don't like it, shut it off.
I'm going to be doing an interview with Gaston this year. He only speaks Flemish. He lives about 2 minutes from my house in Belgium. The problem is, again, he's an old man, old man pigeon flyer. I think he's out of birds now, or he's on his way out. Good pigeon man. But anyways, yeah. Can you imagine, a guy that says to you, "I'm going to kill you," and then tells the police officer, "Could you ask him to not talk about his pigeon rings?" Oh shit.
Oh, sorry, folks. And by the way, it's Baba. Boba?
No, you're Bobo.
Bobo.
He called you Bobo.
My name is Bobo now. Not Ricky Seven. It's Bobo.
Mom, what are you doing?
I really don't give a shit, folks.
I should have.
Always remember one thing, folks. You can always spill the artichokes on your table.
Lentils.
Or lentils on your table.
Oh, you can smell them instantly. They smell like liquor, right?
Man, it smells good. Always remember, folks. First of all,
Pigeon UK says you have the right to your freedom of expression.
You're 100%.
This Big Andy seems like a big idiot.
But he makes good shawarma and what's the other one?
Hey, you want me to tell you something? Big Andy's not an idiot. It's the people that participate, and I hate to say this, they're the sheep. He sells you the Kool-Aid.
You know what they say? Pull the wool over the sheep's eyes.
Yes, 100%. And we hate to say this.
And if you're making a submarine sandwich, and you're supposed to have 3 slices of bologna on it, and you only get 2, he knows how to do it. You get me? Or put 1 slice. If the customer's half drunk and he's coming into your store and he's getting a sub sandwich, you just, how you doing, bud? Oh, 1 slice of bologna. You take 2 slices. That's the kind of crook this guy is. I hate to say.
And hold on. If you think he's bad, Oscar DeVries, oh fuck.
And you guys may
at least you know what? At least Andy. At least you know what? You know what? You know what? At least Andy does. There's a difference between Andy and Oscar. You know what it is? Andy uses his kids and his disability as a crutch. You know what? I watch Facebook and YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I really get disgusted when people use their kids as props. Here's my kid doing this. Here's my kid doing this. Here's my kid. Oh, oh, hold on. And I got a feeling what makes Andy so great is, he was a fat pig. He got Ozempic. He got surgery. Now his legs don't work.
No.
Hold on. I'm a disability fuck. Hold on.
He tells the police, I'm a disability person, sir. Like,
I'm okay. I'm okay with this.
Then he tells the police, would you please tell the client, who is him, who I was going to kill him, like, please don't use my my race on his show. Please don't use it. And the cop, I hate to say cop, the officer said, he's asking that you please don't, but keep it hush, right? Is that what you want, Andy? Keep it hush, hush? No, we're not keeping it hush. I told the police officer what I feel's right. I'm going to say it. Bottom line, done.
When a client puts 50 birds into a race, when a guy puts one bird into a race, when a guy puts 10 birds into a race, when a guy puts 100 birds into a race, you're a part of that.
You're in.
If it's called a syndicate, a group, a connection, whatever it's called, you're a part of it. And you know what? Unfortunately, the problem with a guy like Mr. Andy Larenzakis, Big Andy, as he wants to be called.
Poor crippled guy.
Yeah.
He's so poor and crippled.
You know what?
Even
Hold on. There's one thing I know about Big Andy. He ain't no fucking Terry Fox. He's a fucking useless human being. Because any man that uses a cripple as a problem is a fucking useless man. And Big Andy, I'm going to tell you when I see you, you're a pig. Because you know why? Not because you're fat. Not because you're skinny. Not because your head's big. Your eyes are bulged. No. You're a pig because you're a disgrace. You have a cripple. You're a cripple. You use the cripple. You use this. You use that. You use this. You're no fucking Terry Fox. And hey, Andy, when I see you, and we'll see each other, I can't wait. I'll make sure I come right up to you and shake your hand. And I'll bring you whatever you want to use. And still to this day, people that say I'm going to kill you, what do we learn about those people? Blah, 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 blah. Andy, I'm not ever going to kill you. What I'm going to do, Andy, is watch you and enjoy what I watch. I'm going to enjoy you watch the manipulation of the sheep, the dummies that come to your race, and you take their money. And the people that complain, just like Oscar and the other ones, I watch it. I enjoy it. I have a good time with it. If you be fair with people straight, you will get respect. Hey, listen, you're in the UK. You haven't dealt with pigeon men long enough. They're all crooks and gypsies. You may even say that I'm a crook and a gypsy. I'm not here for that. I'm just being straight. And you know what? This year, we're going to go to Andy's race for fun. Because you want to know what? When you show up, you want to know what he's going to do? Nothing.
anyhow, I think we should shut her down
Shut her down.
for the night.
It was a good show tonight. It's nice. My system worked.
Work tonight.
The birds are going to go out when the temperature drops.
Or if you want to come down and pick them up, they're ready, right? People get their papers, paperwork, pick them up, take them back.
It's more just be smart and wait. Anyways, it was a good show. I'm going to see if I can get Lars on for this weekend. For the people that made the comments, great. and thank you. We're going to be back on again next Monday night. Now we have the problems situated. Why it was dying. Nobody complained. And remember, if you want to win, whoever you're competing against, you have to outwork them, or you will not win.
And if you're going to start, you watch the show, and your club racing for young birds is starting in 2 or 3 weeks, and you watched it, and you said, you know what? Those guys are damn right. I'm going to get out there and start working. Well, you only got 2 weeks left or 3 weeks, and I'm going to tell you something. You ain't going to make it.
The ship sailed.
Your
Ship sailed.
Yeah, your boat is already.
You're too far past it.
Unless the rest of the people in your organization, your club, they're all sleeping like you are. Okay, well, you might have a chance, but is that fair to the birds? I'm gonna start working. I gotta wait till the drywall dries. I gotta paint this, and then I'm gonna start doing it. No. Don't work like that.
We're gonna just wrap this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon, but I'm just saying you ain't got a chance if you're 2 or 3 weeks in there. You listen to the show, said, "Well, these guys said I got to get going like this." I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are.
An experienced guy 3 weeks out may get him there.
Well, I'm gonna say something.
I gotta go.
If I've been practicing 8 weeks before, and I keep myself in shape, and you're 2 weeks before,
You can't beat him.
come and meet me in the ring.
You're done. You're done.
I'm just gonna.
It's what we call common sense.
Yeah, we had a guy here.
Hey, listen. Andy Larentzakis, he don't even walk to the pigeon loft.
No, he can't. But what I'm saying is, we had the Pioneer One Loft race here. We had the band race. We had a guy. He said, "Hey, I just quiet, right? How many tosses you been on now?" Oh yeah. How's it going, bud? Yeah. How many tosses you been on? Oh, I've been on 14. I was on 45. I didn't say anything to him. I knew in my mind.
How was he?
You ain't gonna beat me. He was like 20 minutes behind, half an hour behind. Then he started screaming. He was off the line of flight.
He picked
He started screaming. His wife wasn't having sex with me anymore. He started screaming about shit. Sorry, bud. I didn't say nothing.
Always remember, if you want the muscle to grow, you're going to have to work it hard.
100%.
And reminder, in pigeons, the muscle isn't the body. They get the body loft line great. They'll get that good body. The muscle, a pigeon to win needs his brain. Without his brain, he's a dummy.
You can have a super kid, a person in super shape, but if his brain doesn't know how to shoot the ball into the hole, he's shit.
Reminder, the more times down the road, the better you're going to do. Take that for what it's worth. That's Ricky. I'm Ryan.
Okay,
Yeah, next
100%.
Monday.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks for your compliments.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye for now.